in a faraway land, there lived a woman named Nkechi. Nkechi lost her husband early in their marriage, just as she discovered she was expecting a child. Life became unbearably hard for Nkechi, who had little to eat and lived alone in a small hut with a leaking roof. To survive, she ventured into the forest daily to collect firewood, which she sold to the villagers. Every night, Nkechi cried herself to sleep, longing for her husband. She often visited his grave, weeping and pleading with him not to have left her alone in the cruel world. Sometimes, she cried until night fell and slept by his grave. One fateful day, while collecting firewood, Nkechi felt a sharp pain in her stomach. Her baby was coming. As her water broke, an elderly woman appeared in the forest and helped her deliver the baby safely. The old woman, Mama Adeku, took Nkechi and her newborn to her hut deep in the forest and cared for them. She provided Nkechi with food, carried the baby when Nkechi was tired, and supported her through the challenging period. Nkechi was deeply grateful and began to rebuild her life by continuing to sell firewood. Unknown to Nkechi, Mama Adeku was no ordinary old woman, she was a witch. The witch had seen a brilliant star of destiny shining over Nkechi's baby and hatched a sinister plan. One day, Mama Adeku offered to make Nkechi rich beyond her wildest dreams. Intrigued and desperate after years of hardship, Nkechi listened eagerly. Mama Adeku revealed that to gain this wealth, Nkechi would need to make a significant sacrifice. When Nkechi asked what the sacrifice entailed, Mama Adeku explained she had to pound a baby alive every day to produce a cream that could transform aged skin into youthful, baby-like skin. Horrified at first, Nkechi hesitated, but Mama Adeku assured her they would use other people's babies, sparing her own child. Blinded by greed and desperation, Nkechi reluctantly agreed. With money given by Mama Adeku, Nkechi rented a shop in the village and started selling the magical cream. Word of the cream's miraculous effect spread quickly, and people from far and wide, eager to regain their youth, flooded Nkechi's shop. Business boomed, and Nkechi grew incredibly wealthy. She bought a grand mansion and luxurious cars, living a life she had only dreamed of. However, behind this success lay a dark secret. Nkechi and Mama Adeku kidnapped babies daily, pounding them into paste to create the cream. Over time, Nkechi became consumed by her new lifestyle, her conscience dulled by greed. She kidnapped babies without remorse, driven by the desire to maintain her wealth and status. However, the rising number of missing babies made parents more cautious, and Nkechi found it increasingly difficult to find victims. One day, after weeks of failing to find a baby, Nkechi returned to Mama Adeku for help. The witch revealed that the witch's kingdom demanded another great sacrifice. For Nkechi's business to flourish again, she must pound her own child. Devastated, Nkechi protested, but Mama Adeku warned that refusing would plunge her back into poverty. Nkechi wrestled with the decision for 3 days, torn between her love for her child and her fear of losing her newfound wealth. On the third day, blinded by greed, Nkechi placed her baby in the mortar and began to pound her, sobbing as the child cried in pain. She used her baby to produce the cream, which caused her business to boom even more than before. Nkechi became wealthier than ever, but her heart grew harder, and she continued her grim trade without remorse. Years passed, and Nkechi's fortune remained unmatched, but one night, as she slept, the ghost of her child appeared, wailing and tormenting her. Terrified, Nkechi ran to Mama Adeku for help, but the witch cast her out, refusing to involve herself in Nkechi's troubles. That same night, the ghost of Nkechi's child haunted Mama Adeku, driving her into the street where she was struck by a car and killed instantly. The following night, the ghost returned to Nkechi, chasing her out of her mansion. As Nkechi ran, pleading for forgiveness, she was hit by a car and died on the spot. The ghost of the child, satisfied that justice had been served, finally found peace in the spirit world. Moral lesson: greed and evil deeds bring devastating consequences. Wealth gained through the suffering of others can never bring true peace or happiness. Always choose kindness, integrity, and compassion over selfishness and cruelty.